This presentation will give a quick overview of the material, readings, and assignments this week in GP210 American Government 1. My name is Mark Olson, and I'm a political instructor here at Grantham University. I'm just visiting your class this week for this lecture. It's very likely that I'm not your instructor for this class. Now, if you have any questions about the material this week, please contact your instructor directly. You can find their contact information under the Instructor Information link in Blackboard. Your instructor is here to help you succeed in this course, so please do not hesitate to contact them with any questions you might have. Once our laws have been written, who is responsible for making sure that those laws are followed? How are those laws enforced? Are there any limits on how laws are carried out in our nation? This week we will be examining the executive branch of our government. At the successful completion of this week's lessons, you should be prepared to first describe the three branches of government. Our founders were afraid of power being concentrated in the hands of too few people. Therefore, the power of governing in our nation was split between the legislative, executive, and judicial branches of government. We will learn how each of these branches function and what powers they each have. This week we will focus on the executive branch of government. Next, we will examine federalism. Power in our political system is also split between the states and the national federal government. We will learn why our unique federal system of government developed and how it impacts our lives. Third, we'll discuss the evolution of the power of the presidency. How has presidential power grown and changed over our nation's history? Are these changes in presidential power consistent with the principles of liberty or the institutions of our Constitution? Finally, we're going to look a little bit at the electoral process. We will learn a bit about the unique way that our president is chosen through the Electoral College and how the Electoral College fits with the principles of liberty and institutions of the Constitution. This week there are 2 lectures and 1 brief case study to read. First, Lecture A, a guided tour of Article 2 of the U.S. Constitution. Now, Article 2 of the U.S. Constitution describes the powers of the president, which is the head of the executive branch of our federal government. This lecture will guide you through reading Article 2 of the U.S. Constitution one line at a time. Second, Lecture B, a thematic analysis of the executive branch. In this lecture, we will consider the broader themes incorporated in the development of our executive branch of government. Finally, case study, 10 key executive orders. This case study will familiarize you with 10 key executive orders given by presidents from our national history. This week you will be participating in our class discussions and completing 1 written assignment. First, participating in the Week 3 discussion. On Day 1, I will. In this discussion, you will imagine that you are a candidate for the White House and present to the class at least 1 executive order you would make on your first day serving as president. Second, completing the Week 3 assignment, Creating an Argument, the Electoral College. In this assignment, you will be learning about how to make and present a complete and logical argument by writing an essay considering the Electoral College and its role in electing our president. As with all discussions and assignments, please be sure to read and follow the instructions very carefully. Please also take care to proofread your work. Keep your text professional and do not plagiarize. If you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to contact your instructor. This week, you will be reading the following: Articles 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 of the U.S. Constitution. We will be discussing Article 3 in our course material next week. If you did not finish reading Article 2 of the U.S. Constitution last week, please finish reading that first. Remember, your instructor and student advisor are here to help you succeed. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact either your instructor or your student advisor. Begin by reading this week's written lectures in your Week 3 course material. After next week, we will be halfway done with the course. So get caught up on any work or readings you are behind on.